the organisers to tell you you have a quiz paper on your table. And will you please complete it, because it's very important. You won't be allowed out of here without getting all the answers correct. Now, ladies and gentlemen, 1964 was the year when the Windmill Theatre finally closed and Pinner District Liberal Jewish Congregation opened its doors. Pinner District Synagogue had no restrictions on the use of torches and cameras, however. 1964, believe it or not, was the day, or the time, when the GPO switched to numbers-only telephones. And here we are 25 years later going to 081 and 091. Over the days... Thank you. Over the days of PIN and so forth. It's my very pleasant duty tonight to welcome all members and guests. There are, I believe, about 170 to 180 of us here this evening. It's also my very special privilege to welcome Michael Shire here this evening, who is Director of the CJE, and his fiancée, Marcia Plum, who's come all the way, 3,500 miles, to be with us this evening from Essex, Connecticut, the other side of the Atlantic. You're very welcome. Also like to welcome Andrew's secretary, Toby, and her husband Peter this evening. Now you think that we're having a party this evening to celebrate our 25th anniversary. In fact, we are celebrating this evening because it's the nearest Saturday to another very important anniversary. The anniversary, indeed, of Julie Grant's 91st birthday, which on Thursday she was 91, and we have a little cake here for you. As a congregation, we are now at the crossroads, and it needs a great effort by all our members to be sure that next year we make progress in the right direction. It's not enough to attend functions and services. What is needed is that members should positively identify themselves in their minds with the congregation. By doing this, I'm sure that our congregation will become better known and talked about, and therefore more likely to prosper in the future. Now, ladies and gentlemen, those are not my words. Those are the words of Alan Lewis 25 years ago in the first annual report. In those days, he was looking forward to an increase in membership, then 70 persons. I'm not going to tell you how many today, because I'll be giving the answer to one of the questions on your quiz. Sabbath services, perhaps, maybe our own home, and greater support from members for activities, maybe even a choir, he said. Subscriptions were then 12 guineas. Now, this, sadly, is the final event in our 25th anniversary year. Other activities during the year have included our Silver Jubilee exhibition, our 1960s themed Flower Power dance, our Roots exhibition, and even the civic service this year had a 25th flavour. Very many thanks to the events committee for this evening, to Ingrid Squires and all the people who I know are helping her with tonight's party, and to all the other volunteers. I'm told, going to have a chance to thank them again later. So I do think that we ought to raise our hands and thank them now for all that they've been doing.
Side pages of art. Who? Names, please.
Oh, names.
Distributors.
Grant. David and Marion Grant and Vic and Eddie Collins. They should all know this one. What colour are the centre pages of the bar? Yeah. What? Quiet, Phil. What date are subscriptions due? Nobody knows. Elise Stone knows. The first of the month, whichever month your subscription falls due.
I'm all right, I've got my father's house.
Hang on a minute, Norm, what about me?
You don't have to worry, women don't count.
Oh, yes, they do. You see, this here's a liberal synagogue, and the men and the women are equal. What do you want? Right.
Right. Well, so you better get to work then.
Oh, right. What's all this then? Oh. Oh, this. Now we're 25. Must be the people using the Allnecks.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Well, the hall's ready. The only thing is we need to do something about the lights.
Oh, yes. Will the assistant caretakers please put off the lights in...
What follows is with thanks to Judy Herman for the lyrics and with apologies to Paul and John. Now that we're over 25 years since we started out, shall we take a little trip down memory lane? Laugh about the old days again. Just like a baby brought up with care, we've grown more and more. Who'd have believed it when we conceived it back in '64? Who remembers when mods and rockers fought on the beach, and Wilson was in number 10. 70 families know what they want and how to get it too. At the public meetings they were all agog, founders of a new synagogue from 70 members at end of year one. They joined us by the score. Who'd have believed it when we conceived it back in '64? Religion school and then a youth club in that busy year, oh yes, and the supper dance. Women's society. By December, in the chair, Darcy Conradi. We started in Pinner, down at West House, then the Wandering Jews. At the church in High Street we're content to wait till 1980 when we build Oakland's Gate. From little acorns mighty oaks grow, each year our numbers soar. You'd better believe it, because we've achieved it since 1964.
New Year in September, not to mention crumbs all over the place at Passover when they eat those blue matzahs, and candle grease all over the place just about all the year round.
Yeah. Still, better get on.
Yeah, I suppose so.
Who's in here next, Norm?
I don't know.
Oh, it's not that lot, they think.
everybody. We are the OKs. We're a group that were formed ourselves in the mid-60s. Now, we're here to give an introduction to the present-day council. An irreverent, irrelevant introduction to the present council. And I have to tell you that we have been advised by Ingrid to talk very slowly and very loudly because the caliber of the audience tonight is not all that hot.
Sorry, forgot to. I'm Carrie. Here is my spec. My job's the Shaw's honorary sec.
I'm Peter. I support her indoors. No, I think I'll start us again. Right, start again. I wasn't comfortable.
I'm Carrie. Here's my spec. My job's the Shaw's honorary sec.
I'm Peter. I support her indoors, the house, the kids, the in-laws.
There's the treasurer. All pounds and pence, does all that work, turns back the sheets, makes an entry. That's David Kirk.
I'm Peter. I'm also involved in money. Like the shawl, not got all that much, but that ain't blue and funny.
I'll come to the point. There's Diamond's Mill. Archives and publicity, he does fill.
I'm Peter. I'm not old, just weary and sad. The calls on the honorary sec are driving me mad.
Our choir is tuneful, melodic and Jewish. So ably led by our own Alan Lewis.
Do you want to repeat that one? I'm Peter. I sing too, often for supper. She's on the phone again. Not even a cuppa.
But talking of puppers, T is for teaching. Barbara Collins' education, her standards far-reaching.
I'm Peter. I'm fairly learned. Here, did you know my middle name's Bernard?
Events and social till now has been level. Wonderful do's, fun to be at, he's a devil.
I'm Peter. Fun to be with and wonderfully rugged. I want to be wanted and occasionally hugged.
House and repairs, that's our David Amstel. Both inside and out, walls, halls and bell. Or should it be bombs, balls and hell?
I'm Peter. I'm also good at DIY. Don't want to say more because I'm terribly shy.
Security's job, Messick's our sleuth. Protection of people, property and getting the truth.
I'm Peter. Protection. Use them nout. Mind you, no need, she's always out.
That leads us nicely to members, and in charge, Ingrid Squires, shouting, stand and deliver is all it requires.
I'm Peter. Don't know what's next, I better bend down and pick up my text. You like that?
Do it again.
I got very tight trousers on tonight.
Shouldn't we carry the scrolls round the hall?
Okay, you should know who I am by now. Don't worry, only 43 verses till we bow.
For years, Philip Stone's been in charge of subs, mainly the reason he's seen at the pubs.
just in case you forgot. Tell me, are you enjoying this load of grot?
Sue Katz runs our women's society with such flair. On council, she takes minutes, pulls out her hair.
I'm Peter. I'm all for women, no chauvinist sinner. Get off that phone and get me my dinner. I think I'm kidding.
June Newman represents Women's Society for council's sake. Could that be the icing on our cake?
I'm Peter. Now the depression because of my age. Not fit, balding, but oi, what a sage!
Susie Vanner looks after our youth. Wants to see them regularly under our roof.
I'm Peter. She's about now to start on the brass. Think I'll get up, right off my seat.
Charles Samuel, you know, is president of the shul. When meetings get hot, he helps keep the cool.
I was meant to say silly old fool, but I wasn't brave enough. So I said before, if I don't say it, you say it, and she also wasn't brave enough. I'm Peter, we're near the end, I'm pleased to say. Then to our seats, we'll wend our way. Today, ole.
The workload is high, the meetings are tardy. That's the life for Chairman Richard Conradi.
I'm Peter. Exciting this. Only the rabbi now. Whatever she says, lending her out.
Finally, I can't miss out Rabbi Goldstein, offering good advice on every bold scheme. His office, I'm told, is often uninhabitable. Mind you, they can clear it up whilst he's on his sabbatical.
As it took a long time to write that one, I think you ought to do it again. No. I'm Peter. I'm just a nothing. But wait a sec. I am the husband of the honorary sec.
Yeah. What's that?
What is it?
Chewing gum. I found it under the rabbi's chair this morning.
Don't you think perhaps you ought to put it back? You may be looking for it.
Yeah, perhaps you're right. Yeah, I better put it back. Well, oh yes, while I think of it. His secretary's been moaning again.
Well,
No, she says there's been not enough loo paper. She's always moaning about
I'll see to that right now.
Right, yes. Now, who's due in here next? That them.
Moon
sorry to disappoint you, but I think you will feel this one is worthwhile. This is to interrupt the proceedings to tell you the bad news, but also the good news. The bad news is that after 25 years, Alan Lewis, our choir master, is laying down the baton that he never actually held and is retiring from that position at the front of the choir. The good news is I'm pleased to tell you that Alan is only retreating as far as the tenor section. He is the tenor section. And so you will still hear his voice. When Alan started, this is a serious matter, when Alan started leading the few congregants and singing during services in the early days, he could never have envisaged the huge task he was to undertake during 25 years. Due entirely to Alan's enthusiasm and commitment alone, he has attracted the large choir you have just heard and the many other people who have sung during the intervening years. You may think Alan has only made the mammoth commitment to turn up to every service when a choir was needed. This is not so. As well as the choir services, Alan has been the regular Friday night voice and also at Shabbat morning. He has also been his own music coordinator, getting sets of music in order for each member of the choir and extra copies for those who lose sheep. So my thanks to Alan at this time is on behalf of the Synagogue Council and all members of NPLS over the past 25 years. Alan has been the constant voice of services over the 25 years. I've worked this out, attending over 25,000 Shabbat services, allowing for his holidays. For an unpaid labour of love, this is quite some devotion, commitment and energy. Alan, thank you. And please accept, what else could it be, a watch.
What can I say? I've enjoyed every minute of it. I'm still enjoying it. When Anne's had a year or two, I'll have another watch. Thank you very much.
Has not good now for 15 years, and we think that it's quite the best.
There's no community in this old land that we swap for NPLS.
The rabbi drives us all nearly mad, changing plans for the seats in the show.
And the council argues till they lose their voice, but the chairman still keeps his cool. The council argues till they lose their voice, but the chairman still keeps his cool. Now, what we got next? 8 days of Hanukkah. Looks like this lot's going to last 8 days, Norm.
But we'll need rather a lot then, won't we? Youth club, somebody said they want to use them for Hanukkah decorations.
Right, this is the part you've all been waiting for, but I want some volunteers. And I know you're all going to sit there going, ooh, choose me, so I've actually chosen. Please don't refuse me because I shall stand here in front. Right, I shall give you a number. If you'd like to just go around the side and there's someone waiting behind the screens, don't come on the stage until I tell you to. Right, for number 1, the first day, Sharon. The second day, Cyril, you make your way to the corner picture. Number 2, so can you remember? Number 3, where's our president? Don't hide, I can see you. You might not be able to see me. Could you go to the corner? Number 4, the 4th day. Sue, Pats. Come on, Sue, don't and Q-top, please, for number 5. Make your way to the corner. Every Friday night. Cyril, wake up. If you turn your face away, I can still see you. Number 7, chairman, I'm afraid. And Andrew, you think you thought you got off lightly. I'm sorry, number 8. 2 minutes, talk about yourself. Right, are you ready, Mark? Wait a minute, the Zoom's not saying Harry Potter. And it's very serious.
On the first day of Hanukkah, my true love sent to me a jam donut in an oak tree.
On the second day of Hanukkah, my true love sent to me 2 Shabbat candles
And a jam donut in an oak tree.
On the third day of Hanukkah, my true love sent to me 3 Torah portions, 2 Shabbat
On the 4th day of Hanukkah, my true love sent to me 4 plates of latkes.
3 Torah portions, 2 Shabbat candles.
To you because it actually has a different.
2.
about the rabbi's sabbatical.
The rabbi's what, Norm?
Sabbatical, Fred. I think that means something like taking off every 7th day.
Does that mean you won't be here on Saturdays then, Norm?
Somebody told me he's going to America for 6 months. I pity the poor bloke who's following him.
Oh, you mean because Andrew's so popular with the congregation?
No, I mean because his office is always in such a blooming mess.
Now, who have we got next? Oh, yes. A minute. That one. This is a very delicate operation. There.
Hello, friends.
Slowly. Oh, it's Frances in her siren suit. Oh, no, it's Frances singing her siren song. That's right.
With apologies to Stephen Sondheim and anybody who's ever sung this song and hit the right notes. Good times and bum times, we've seen them all, and my dear, we're still here. Wood benches sometimes, now cushions pamper our rear. And we're here. We moved from Church Hall, Howell Road. Oaklands became our new abode. Seen all our dreams now appear. And we're here. Some words were spoken, but Sefer and Yom Kippur. Were you there? Sent Michael Hebner off on a business check tour. He got there. Searched Tanakolin for the Jews. While he was strolling, heard the news. An ark surrounding that we could use was quite near. We brought it out in a year, and it's here. We've gotten through council for 200 meetings. Gee, that was fun and a half. When you've been through council for 200 meetings, anything else is a laugh. We've been through jumble, we've been through bring-up by sales. Right in here, keep it in drama, cheder and all it entails. It's in here. Being used for functions, big and small, seders and weddings in the hall. We must remember it's a shul that seems clear. Still people say we're sincere, and we're here. Prague trips and one day, next day the passports are lost. We're here. Cordoba Monday, then it's Alhambra in the frost, and then you're here. First he's a dreamer of the tour, then he's an agent when he's sure, then you recite from a sight to each side. Keep up the pace with Andrew. Are you here? We've gotten through. Hey Cyril, aren't you the shummus? Please go and stand by the door. Or better yet, Sharon, you're meant to be shummus. Go out and schlep in some more. Fun times and bum times, we've seen them all, and my dear, we're still here. Empty and full times, sometimes it's just once a year that you're here. We love to see you in the hall. 3 cheers for Northwood. We love you all. We've got through 25 years.
And we're here. Look who's here. We're still here. Right. There you go. Right. Who are we setting up for this
Shut for Colin.
5 years old. Doesn't go with your boots, you know. I'm not leaving this lot. 2040.
Yes, dear.
It's getting beyond a joke. And Ingrid and Stan are behind this lot. Come on, I said I wasn't going to carry that.
It's just in time.
What do you mean? It's like don't go for another 2 hours.
I know, but you know I like to have a good look round in duty free. You get some good bargains. 20 cigarettes for only £5.
That's why you gave them up.
I'm 68 and still going strong. You've been saying for years you're going to lose weight, but have you?
All right. Anyway, what have you got in that case? It can't all be necessary.
Oh, yes it is. I've been on these tours before. Not taking any chances. Mind you, they have changed over the years.
Yeah, I don't know.
They've certainly improved since the days of the Prague and Spain trips.
Yeah, certainly had. Here, did you bring the flag?
Of course I did. Do you think I'd forget that?
Anything else in that case? Anything to eat in there?
Not yet. Here, have a drink. First-class seats. What luxury.
Yeah.
And a free headset. Here, listen to the music.
Thanks.
I wonder where we'll be going on next trip. After the moon, where else can Andrew go looking for Jewish heritage? Who knows? Where is everybody? We're always late.
There's plenty of time. If we hadn't been early, there wouldn't have been room for your hand luggage. Anyway, why you have to bring so much, just in case, I shall never know.
It's all necessary, just in case. I remember the time this would have come in useful. One of the group took charge of all the passports, locked them in his safe, lost the key. No locksmith could be found. Hence the drill. Hold on to our passport. Oh, we did have some fun over the years. I remember our first trip to Spain, supposed to be hot weather. Well, it certainly wasn't. I'm going prepared this time.
What's this for?
Don't you remember when it snowed and one of the group didn't want to get her hair wet? So she walked around with one of these.
Yeah, it was cold, but I don't think we need it where we're going.
You can't be too sure, just in case.
Haven't you got anything to eat?
No!
So what on earth are you carrying in the case?
Only essentials. Like this, remember?
The vodka! We won't need that though.
I know, but it could be fun. Back in Israel, their 40th anniversary. Oh, such a long time ago.
Yeah, that's when we were young. Dancing in the streets and bonking people on the head. Who was who bonked the nun then? Not any of us.
knows I'll pay for it next morning. What hangover that was. Oh, I can see I'm not going to get much conversation out of you. Oh, we did have some good times. I don't think I've ever been in and out of a coach so much. Mind you, had to stick to the rules. Be on time for the coach and rotate it. So that everybody got a turn sitting in the front, even if he didn't want to. It was the poor people sitting at the back that I felt sorry for, especially if they suffered from motion sickness. Mind, they were always provided with a paper bag by Sharon. Oh yes, and the stops to take pictures. Out we got like a load of sheep. Didn't even know what I was taking pictures of. Click, 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 6 rolls I took in Israel. But it's the memories that's important. I didn't know what to do first on those stops. Take pictures, drink coffee, visit the little girls room, have a quick cigarette. Believe me, it's not easy. What else have I got in here? No wonder I have to bring such a big case. I don't know why I volunteered to bring all this. NPLS Creative Service for the Mood. Where all the ideas come from. NPLS Songbook, 1988. I'm going to do one of them. Oh, itinerary. Wow, this looks like a busy time. Oh, poor feet. But I've got my foot spray. Mind you, I won't be needing it up there. We'll be jumping about like a bunch of teenagers.
What's to it?
Oh, this is supposed to be for the journey here.
They know how to make them these days.
Because you lunch, nobody else has turned up. Check the tickets. I can't think what has happened to them. Look, it says 10 seconds to lift off.
What's the date today?
21st of April.
These are for the 21st of May.
It's too late now. 6,
5,
4,
3,
2.
1.
Right, well they need 2 tables and 13 chairs. 13 chairs, yeah. I wonder if they'll have the usual debate, no?
The council?
Yeah.
You mean the one about how to raise funds for the synagogue?
No. The one about who's going to make the coffee for the meeting.
Right, now about the chairs, well these are the ones we've got, there's a few over there,
Yeah.
so we better put them up. Oh, let's do the table.
Right, tables first. Yeah.
Don't get any lighter, these chairs, do they?
Come on. Haven't got all night. Okay, right, I'd like to welcome you all, old and new members, to our council tonight, which is going to take us into the 90s. And also welcome, this is the first open council meeting we've had. But first I'd like to start with some thought-provoking words from our Locan Rabbi Ingrid, who seems to be busy. Ingrid, let's see you.
As we prepare to start this meeting, let us pray that we can serve our Maker with all of our heart, our soul and mind. May our ears ignore interesting gossip about those around us. May our eyes be closed to the obvious faults in the other members of the community. Purify our our hands from duplicator's ink and calls us to obey the chairman, even when we think we're misguided. May our heads never ache from banging them on the wall in frustration. Establish thou the work of our hands, and may our backs bear pain bravely from the slapping of chairs. May our feet never tire from running all over the place. Amen.
Amen.
I would just like to explain that I'm only standing in for Rabbi Goldstein, as he was last seen a month ago, retracing the steps of Sir Moses Montefiore to Israel, and has not been heard of since. I personally think he's trying to recreate 40 years in the wilderness. Anyway, in his absence, I will do my best.
Very interesting. Is there actually anything to report, though?
Yes. I would like to suggest that from now on, all services be created, as I just love cutting up bits of paper. These services, I hope, will be sent out a month in advance to all members. That is if I can find myself a reliable administrator.
Thank you very much. In fact, I do hope you do find someone. What we're going to do now on my agenda, we're going to go straight on to short committee reports. And our treasurer for the coming year will be Linda. Linda? It's your turn.
May I say thank you so much for electing me to this position. I understand it is a very simple task, and that's why you've chosen me. Due to overcrowding at the services, any members paying by the 7th of the month will be given name reserved seats at the back of the balcony. There has also been a large number of new members to the synagogue due to kidnapping from Pinner United.
Thank you very much. We're going to go on to our council member in charge of archives now, and that's Greta.
Yes, right. Now, look at all this stuff. I have decided that due to lack of storage for all this stuff, that I'm going to throw away all the pictures, and we're going to keep all the council reports. Just because I'm sure all our grandchildren are going to want to read our council reports.
That's a good one. Excuse me. This isn't a fun evening, you know. Come on.
What does archive say?
That's irrelevant.
Exactly.
Look, I want silence. I'm not here for fun and games, you know. Okay, right, I'm sure they'd win, in fact, Greta, coming back to your point you made about 5 minutes ago. After 25 years, though, we now have a new choir master, and that's Tony Saka. Later.
Much.
As we know, the principles of liberal Judaism recognise equality of all before the law. Why should those of us who are tone deaf be excluded? From taking part in the choir after 25 years attrition, has finally given in.
What does attrition mean?
Sorry, continue.
The choir has therefore established a new policy for next year, and there are 4 points. No discrimination against the tone deaf. What is the point of rehearsing? It never sounds the same twice anyway. Sing in whatever key you like, one note. And if you can't drown us, join us. Under expert leadership, the choir, and now rechristened Tony and the Hanukkah Kids, have cut their first LP. They're performing at the Albert Hall next week and possibly in Vienna the week after. In our absence, the anti-choir will be standing in for us at Northwood, led by Alan and Lester.
That's very interesting. In fact, sorry, can I purchase some copies now? 10 copies, perhaps, of your
Well,
LP?
I could find 10 copies of 50s pop records.
I think I'd much prefer your choir, actually. Okay, right, next the events group, and unfortunately, there is no representative here this evening. Apparently they're catering. Excuse me. They're catering the 25th at the Palace, which sounds different. Anyway, excuse me. We're going to go straight on to William, our security officer. William, who's William?
Oh, here, isn't it? Thank you, Chairman. I should like to inform the council that this morning I managed to fight off.
Just a minute. Stand over there.
I managed to fight off a gang who were trying to get into the building. Brilliant. I did discover subsequently that they were members trying to get into the service. Anyway, there have been some problems with security, and that means that from now on the back door will remain locked at all times. Now this does mean that for religion school children, they will have to be posted through the gate.
Talent for the rabbi.
Brilliant. Good idea.
Why didn't you ask Dame Lansel to do the chest? It was such a lovely job last.
Okay. Are there any more points to make on that? Obviously not. Okay, that sounds like an excellent idea, in fact. And but now Women's Society is next. And what have you been baking today, Stanley? This year?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I would like to remind you of our next meeting, which is being held on Wednesday. I will be demonstrating the art of flowering. Men are most welcome. I will look after your ladies if you can't make it. As for Judy, I forgot to mention the overcrowding on the High Holy Day services. They will now be held at Ascot after the 2
Stanley, thank you. That sounds like a lovely day out, actually. Like coaches and everything. That sounds great.
Horse and carts only, I'm afraid.
Yes, perhaps. Okay, can we move along now to youth? David doing youth.
Mr. Chairman, on behalf of the youth, I would like to move a motion. As we're likely to get a new chamber. The motion what I would like to move on behalf of the youth is that every Saturday we have a disco in the morning in the synagogue. No, I tell a lie. Not every Saturday, because that wouldn't be fair. I think we should have the disco every Saturday morning in the synagogue, except, and to be fair, this is only to be fair, the first Saturday in the month we should have a service.
Is that really necessary?
I have been asked by the lady in charge of the flower arranging that is it fair? Well, I say it is only fair.
I want my stick. Give me my stick.
I'm supposed to be telling you about the youth and it's all this rubbish.
Excuse me, I think that sounds like a good idea. Is there anyone who should object? No good. Okay, right, next we're going to go on to the Duval to object. Well, I think it's a good point, and what I say is excuse me, please. Well, look, we're going on to Duval whether you want to or not. Okay, I understand, Neville, that you were editor of Duval 25 years ago, and it's very nice to see you back. But are you thinking of making any changes now?
My tailor's let me down again. No, sorry, that's a problem.
Duval.
Yes, I think there will be one or two changes. I decided that
looking through the cupboards, there are hundreds and hundreds of copies of old Devars, and instead of going to the extra expense of publishing the thing all over again, well, I think I'd use those. Except that each month there will be a special editorial page written by me. The view being to make the synagogue a complete vegetarian zone.
I think actually you should stick to editing and let Stanley worry about food. Stanley, so you worry about the food, okay? So if you want to discuss that between yourselves
I'll talk to you
later.
afterwards, Stanley.
When there's an hour in the month.
What I have decided to do is to publish 13 issues a year. Now, to make things very easy for everybody, those months with an R in, Devar will be published on the second week of each month. Those months without an R, it'll be published in the third week of each month. Now, collators, remember this, it's the only notification you're going to get. I don't know, but I'll look it up when I get home. Now, I don't think I've got anything else to say about Devar, except that from now on, copy date will be on the 30th of each month.
Well, that's most understandable. Thank you very much. We're going to move on to our honorary secretary, Mari, now. It's you.
Is it me?
It's you, yep. Do you know where we
Oh
are?
my God, let me see if my eyelashes are on. I have so many letters.
Mary, you're next. Is there actually anything to report?
Well, yes.
Well,
There's
come
a
on then.
thank you letter from the vicar next door, thanking us for the loan of some of our religion school children to swell his Sunday school. And he hopes that he can do the same for us sometime. And, yes. A letter from Andrew.
Andrew Goldstein.
Lloyd Webber. Asking if Tony Secker and his choir would be prepared to sing in his next musical.
Oh, that's inspiring. Well done, Tony. Thank you. Continue.
Let me see. There's more. I've had so many lovely letters.
Is the next musical Jesus Christ?
That's funny.
Yes.
Maybe not.
Could be Joseph and his lemon-coloured coat. I
Perhaps.
have a lot of thank you letters, all of you. One from Hillingdon Library, asking us not to fill up their notice board advertising our events just because our notice board is full, so is theirs. And a letter from the police thanking us for our letter of thank you to them, thanking us for their letter, thanking them.
Thank you.
I have so many letters, so many lovely people taking us into the 90s. I'm so excited.
Zoe.
Very excited too.
I think our meeting is closed at 3 a.m. So I'd better say good night.
I wonder how many chairs we've moved since we came here 40 years ago. You know, Fred, I dream about stacking and unstacking chairs every night.
You know what I do when I can't get to sleep, Norm?
There's this great pile of chairs going all the way up to heaven.
I count the menorahs on the synagogue curtain.
And there's God sitting on the top chair,
Do you know how many there are, Norm?
pointing at me and saying, not more than 4 in a pile.
There's 8,423. Oh, 4.
Rabbi is giving a talk tonight.
There's sure to be a big crowd.
You know what that means? It's going to be a long session tonight, I can tell.
First, let me tell you that there is a God, and that he or she is passionate, and that I found favour in his sight. Those of you with long memories will remember this party we had here, was it 4 years ago, for the 21st birthday, and unfortunately I wasn't here, but you did phone me up and got me in an awkward position. Well, to test God's providence, I've dug the garden this afternoon, put the back out, so now we know there is a God. This is dreadful. I know it is already, but for weeks people kept coming up to me. I mean, all these people on here have been acting like children, very excited, and they kept coming to me, "Your act's ready." And I said, "Yes, but what's going before me?" And this is the honest truth. They wouldn't tell me. You can see why they wouldn't tell me. So they wouldn't tell me. So I kept saying, "Well, how can I prepare the finale if I didn't know what went before?" I mean, can you imagine the start of something where you didn't know what the supporting acts were? So, taking a leaf out of the book of our president, who always, when he has speeches to make, writes them through the service. Very embarrassing when there's a large number of Orthodox people in shul on a Saturday. And he stands up and says, "I've just written this sermon, but it's no good," and he tears it in half. Before he even made his speech, he'd broken 32 of the 39 codes. No wonder he doesn't wear a couple, anyway, I realise that this is the ultimate test. Before I go on sabbatical, this is the ultimate test. Because I remember there was one rabbi, do you remember Cliff Cohen, the singing rabbi? This is the truth as well. Cliff Cohen went on sabbatical. And when he came back, he found a letter sacking him. Fortunately, my mother-in-law's in the house. But this is the ultimate test. In other words, what they're trying to do is saying in future, we want you to liven things up. Now, I've realised, I mean, look here. What a large congregation. Do I get a congregation like this? Clearly, I'm doing something wrong. A bit of food, maybe, might help. Perhaps if you were to sell bottles of wine before the Kiddush, at least you can buy your own stuff. Make a bit of money. But, as far as it's concerned, I realise that it needs a bit of an act. You know, people making a fool of themselves, that would bring in the crowd. Maybe a game show. Can you imagine if we ran our services, we say like blockbusters? We invite people to do the mitzvahs and they become the team, one on this side. And if you've seen Carrie Kay do the mitzvahs, you know. Right, you see how it goes. They've got to get from Baruch Hu to Kaddish. Wins the prize. Star prize, service of the heart, or Yom Kippur appeal or something. Can you imagine how it would go? Bob, give me a cup. This prayer is a song with 3 small kadosh, kadosh, kadosh. Right. What's the next one? I'll take a sing. Won't we all? But anyway. Then I thought there's been so many visiting rabbis here the last few weeks. Can you imagine we could play celebrity squares? Rabbi Bristow up there, down there, Rabbi Zemer up there, Rabbi Castle there, Rabbi Plum there. Can you just imagine, each in their own canonicals, or otherwise, have all the rabbis on show, and you could come along and choose your rabbi. Come on down, Rabbi Whitmer. Some other comment, but anyway. What else we could run the service like a soap opera. Just imagine, I mean the Torah portion, half Torahs are so boring. Just imagine if in fact it was a continuous soap opera. Instead of the usual, we get from the choir, music coming in, and sort of a few stars. I mean, sort of Abraham, Jason Donovan, Sarah, Kylie Minogue and all that sort of thing. Got to be Australian. For those who know a bit of Hebrew, we'd call it Ve'ahavta l're'echa kamocha, but anyway, you get the joke. Can you imagine? No Hebrew speakers. Can you imagine the adverts we could then have, because in these Australian sort of Torah portions, sort of, I wouldn't give you 4 plants for a lulav or something like that. Oh. Okay, we'll leave it as okay. One thing about this council meeting and this show, I mean, it went on as long as the council meeting, you're all really going to know. But I don't know if I meant to do this, but it did strike me it was a good thing. I had to write something down there to thank 1 or 2 people. Brenda and Norman, now we know what you do down in Kensington. You think you retired, but you've got a part-time job. Witty, I can't read my writing. The choir, I mean, they've never had a clap after Tobler Hodot before. And a taste of honey, I mean, blimey. You get out Q-Tuck in here, and suddenly the repertoire changes. They're going to fit in a taste of honey. I suppose it's the concluding hymn for Rosh Hashanah. Pete and Carrick. They went all the way through that long act, and in boy it was long, but without one mention of a satellite dish, no advertising. Proves they didn't write it. Did you? I don't know. They did, well done. Okay, Ingrid. Well, she kept on, I mean, where that's Francis Saka. Francis. Well, clearly, all these industrial societies and all the rest of it, we can do with your talent back here in the choir. Again, can you imagine? That's how the choir should appear, none of this standing here with a music. Ingrid said, oh, I remember on the trip to Spain. She remembers nothing from that. Well, finally, we have to thank Ingrid and all those people who did arrange the entertainment, and for those people who arranged the food, and obviously for all of you here. For someone who's been here almost as long as the staff, it's wonderful to see the old faces, the not so old faces. I remember the first evening I met with the congregation, it was at Jean Popper's house, and I was a young lad of 21 then, and I got there and I was offered so much drink. I was so drunk. I could have been coming to a Catholic church. Anyway, so nice to see Jean. Rabbi Marsha Plum, who had to leave early. Nice to see her all the way from the USA. Sue and Norm, welcome all the way from Canada. Lovely to see you. Hope you get your passports on the way back. The Vardis from South Bucks. Now you know what a mistake you made in breaking up. The Brookses who've travelled all the way from Northampton. I hope you have a safe journey home. And finally, the people from Gomorrah, Sodom.
The hall's to be set up for communal singing next. Assistant caretakers, could we please have all the lights on, yes? Thank you very much. That one over there. Very good.